Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. All right, before I get into it real quick, I mentioned this on the Tuesday night live stream. I will tell the rest of you guys here because I forgot yesterday. We have started the Christmas fund drive. As you guys know, we do this every year, raising money to give food to the local food bank to participate in helping with the Toys for Tots campaign here and also donating to the local animal shelter. I know we just went through Hurricane Helene and I feel bad for asking for money again. If you want to, there's no pressure on this, guys. I'm just saying we're going to do it again. Last year we raised about $15,000 for everything. It was a good year. I think it was about 15 grand. It was a good year to help out the food bank, the animal shelter, the kids. I mean, we're all still living under Bidenomics, and it's getting harder and harder for people. If you are interested in donating, there's a new electronic link, okay? I've got this set up. It's down below in the description. It's Venmo. That is the only link, guys. Do not try using Cash App. Do not try going looking for a PayPal or anything like that. Those aren't there, okay? Use this Venmo link. Running out of places to go before these electronic places give us a hard time. Keep it clean. If electronic isn't fine, feel free to mail me a check, a money order, cash, any of them I can deal with. The catch is, and I say this every time, please either leave the payee blank on a check or make it out to cash. I cannot cash a check made out to Pinball Preparedness. I will send it back to you or shred it, one of the two. If you send a money order, leave the payee blank. I cannot even cash those if you make it payable to cash. I'd have to return that to you as well, and then you've got to deal with the post office or Walmart or bank or whatever to try to get your money back. Okay, just saying. So that has started. I believe the drop-off date is supposed to be December 6th. So the reason we're starting here now is because Thanksgiving's late this year. And so we don't want to try to race everything in 3 or 4 days because mail wouldn't get here. So that being that. Okay. Into the topic of this morning. Yesterday was a quite interesting day, wasn't it? We had some good news. We had some bad news. We had some that really caught everybody off guard. First off, starting in the Senate, John Thune was elected majority leader. That ain't good news. Okay, just going to say, John Thune is a never-Trumper. He's the one who blamed Trump for one of the people who blamed Trump for January 6th on the Republican side. He was calling for Trump to drop out of the 2016 election and install Mike Pence as the candidate. He is old school Mitch McConnell, neocon rhino. That's who's running the Senate. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens because the public is pissed about his victory. If he comes in and totally turns and starts supporting the Trump agenda 100%, he may get a pass. If he doesn't, if he tries to put up any roadblocks to Trump's nominations, which we'll talk about in a minute, or the Trump agenda, John Thune's career in Congress, in the Senate, will be very short-lived. He's not up for re-election until 2028, but that doesn't mean that they can't toss him out as majority leader real fast. Okay. There were 13 senators that voted for Rick Scott in the first ballot. Okay. And then we had the choice between Dumb and Dumber with Thune and Cornyn, and they picked Thune. Cornyn escaped something because he's not going to be the subject of social media scrutiny. Social media was on fire yesterday, pissed off about Thune winning. Then you flip over to the House, and Mike Johnson got reelected as the Speaker. Mike Johnson is another rhino, okay? He's another one that's going to be a thorn in Trump's side. He says that he's going to support the agenda. I'll believe it when I see it, because this is the same guy that said he was going to release all the Epstein list. Still haven't seen that. This is the guy who got the seat based on lies, okay? I'm not sending any more money to Ukraine until we get the border under control. Border's not under control. We're still sending money to Ukraine. And the House is the one that holds the purse strings. He's the one that is the final decision maker on that, okay? So yeah, not a Mike Johnson fan, not a John Thune fan here, period. So then we got to Trump's appointments yesterday, which were good and interesting. The first one was tapping Tulsi Gabbard as the Director of National Intelligence. And that is the biggest middle finger to the intelligence community, to Biden's CIA, to Biden's Department of Justice that you can imagine. I just want you to think of this. A couple of years ago, Tulsi Gabbard was put on a terrorist watch list so she couldn't get on an airplane. Now she's the one running the DNI. Okay. Interesting, huh? Tulsi will be a very good pick there. I mean, being a lieutenant colonel in the Army Reserve, having seen, I don't know how many tours she did in Iraq and Afghanistan, but she has seen, I don't want to say combat, she's seen war zones, okay? She knows what's going on. She's a good pick. And it's really got to chap the Democrats' ass when they could have had her as their candidate, and they went so far left that she abandoned the Democrat Party, or as we all know, the Democrat Party abandoned them, okay? And she has re-registered as a Republican. Her values haven't changed. The party has, okay? So, interesting. That's going to make liberal heads explode. But nothing was more out of left field than Trump's announcement late yesterday afternoon for his attorney general. He picked Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, the congressman from Florida, one of them. The complete firebrand conservative, I'll stop at nothing, hell-bent for leather congressman who is a huge threat to the deep state. I want you to remember, Matt Gaetz was the one who started the whole let's kick out Kevin McCarthy as the speaker. Kevin McCarthy's no longer the speaker. Matt Gaetz was quite effective in getting that done. And he was the one that spearheaded the whole thing. Matt Gaetz goes scorched earth. Matt Gaetz does not care what you say about him, what you do, what shit you throw against him. I mean, these bullshit charges of, what was it, drugs and kids and all sorts of stuff that they keep coming up. We didn't find any evidence. Of course not. Just like all of the Trump cases. It's, let's make up a bunch of stuff to make his life miserable. God knows YouTubers don't understand that too, just not at the same scope. I've got my fair share of morons out there too. And so does everybody else. You guys have heard Patera talk about idiots and Jason and whole line. Some of you guys know some of the stories that have happened. Yeah, okay. But it's nothing on the scale as what it is when you're in Congress. So Matt Gaetz got tapped to be the AG. Okay. Instantly, the deep state panicked. Okay. You saw Adam Schiff shaking in his boots yesterday. You saw CNN freaking out, not knowing what to say. You even saw some Republicans. Chuck Grassley was like, for 30 seconds on the Senate floor. Some Republicans have already come out and said that there's no way he'll get confirmed. Susan Collins, Rhino, Lindsey Graham, Democrat, basically. I mean, South Carolina, you need to get rid of Lindsey Graham. He's a cancer to your state. Maine, you need to get rid of Susan Collins. Lisa Murkowski, okay, she's just another freaking moron from Alaska. But, okay, if those three right there, and there might be more, do not vote to confirm Matt Gaetz, that's down to 50, okay? If somebody else says no, that's 49. Oh no, Matt Gaetz won't be confirmed. This is where the games of politics come in, and this is what a whole bunch of people don't understand when you look at Twitter. There's something that's called recess appointments. Every president, except for one, okay, has made recess appointments. Basically, that means Congress is not in session, the Senate is not in session, they're not taking up any sort of legislation, any debate, anything, okay? They're all off on one of their many vacations. Well, the business of the country still has to get done, so a recess appointment is this person is being put in the job without congressional confirmation, and they're in the job. Those recess appointments are good until the next Congress is seated, okay? One of the things that Trump had talked to both, well, all, Thune, Cornyn, and Rick Scott about was allowing for recess appointments. The only president who wasn't allowed them was Donald Trump, his first time around. Why? Because Mitch McConnell, the anti-Trumper he is, refused to recess the Senate. Even though they'd go home for Christmas or whatever, he said, no, we're still in session. We're just going to do everything remotely. Okay. So, as typical, going back, McConnell was trying to thwart whatever he could about Donald Trump getting the country going. Trump doesn't have anything to lose at this point. He can't run for re-election again, even though he made a joke about it yesterday. Okay. He's done. He can go scorched earth. He can completely tear a new one for the speakers, the House majority leaders, the Senate majority leader, anything he wants. What's he going to do? Lose votes? He can't get them again. What are they going to do? Impeach him? Gee, he doesn't care, okay? There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. You know, even though the Democrats tried to impeach on made-up laws, I don't see the Republicans trying to do that. That's career suicide for them, too, let alone party suicide. Impeach your own president. Ask Richard Nixon. But, so, if Trump can't get Matt Gaetz confirmed the traditional way, fine, guys, take a week off. Poof, you're in. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because the Democrats are going to fight back on Matt Gaetz for sure. They're going to fight back on Pete Hegseth for sure. And hey, I don't want them rubber stamped. Go ahead and vet them and make sure that they're quality. Just do a better job than you did vetting your president and vice presidential candidates. Okay, if you want to vet somebody, actually do it. Okay. But yesterday was quite interesting, and it's going to show us what the path is forward. But Hollywood's shaking in their boots. Liberals are shaking in their boots. A lot of corporate America is shaking in their boots. You don't think Matt Gaetz is going to be on day one? All the January 6ers are hereby free. We're dropping all prosecution. The P. Diddy list is made public. The Epstein list is made public. You know, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Hillary Clinton, Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, I don't know, James Comey, Jack Smith. Watch out. Guess what? When Matt Gaetz is in the AG's office and he's America's top cop, I hope you got all your documentation ready, because you thought it was fun to make Trump's life hell. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Pinball out.